Attention! Liverpool is one of the 3 clubs that could approach Isak and actually sign him. Liverpool rejects Bayern Munich's bid for Luis Diaz as transfer stance becomes clear. West Ham star open to wage cut to join Liverpool and snub Tottenham and Newcastle. Welcome, Reds fans. Come check out the latest updates from the biggest club in the world. During his appearance on TalkSport, former player Jermaine Jenas shared his thoughts on the future of striker Alexander Isak and the real chances of him leaving Newcastle United. When asked by host Jim White if he was concerned about a potential transfer, Jenas responded directly, "To be honest, I'm not worried. I truly believe that for a player like Alexander Isak to leave Newcastle, the club would need to be in a really difficult position, completely cornered financially. It's not about salary because Newcastle can afford to pay him what he wants. It's also not about exposure, since the club is growing, competing at a high level, and offering an important platform to its players." According to Jenas, the only real threat to Isak's future at Newcastle would be if the club faced serious financial fair play pressure and was forced to sell. Outside of that, he sees Newcastle as fully capable of holding on to their top players. Behind the scenes, rumors suggest that Liverpool is seriously considering making a move for Isak during this transfer window. Anfield appears to be one of the few clubs with both the financial and sporting appeal to convince the player and Newcastle. When evaluating which Premier League clubs could realistically attract Isak, Jenas was clear. Manchester City, for example, isn't a realistic option if he wants to be a starter. Arsenal and Liverpool could be alternatives, but to be honest, I don't see Arsenal as that big of a step up from what Newcastle is building. Newcastle's project is solid, ambitious, and showing results. He concluded by emphasizing that for Isak to leave Newcastle, the move would need to be extraordinary. "If I were Alexander Isak, the kind of call that would make me reconsider staying at Newcastle would have to come from a giant like Real Madrid or Barcelona. Maybe, just maybe, Liverpool, because of their history and structure, could make a tempting offer. But beyond that, I don't see many clubs with enough pull to take him away." With that, Jenas reinforced the idea that Isak is a key piece in Newcastle's project and that his departure is unlikely unless a top-tier club makes a massive effort to sign him.
Liverpool recently rejected an official offer from Bayern Munich for forward Luis Diaz, and, according to sources close to the club, has no intention of selling the number 7 during this summer transfer window. Diaz, who scored 17 goals across all competitions last season, has established himself as a key figure in Liverpool's attack under Arne Slot. His versatility has been a major asset, playing both as a left winger, competing with Cody Gakpo, and occasionally as a false 9, adapting to the tactical needs of the team. In light of interest from clubs like Barcelona, Liverpool made it clear last month that Diaz is not for sale and remains a central part of their sporting project. Now, despite increasing interest from Bayern Munich, whose offer was led by sporting director Max Eberl, the Reds have once again firmly rejected the approach. Luis Diaz still has 2 years left on his Liverpool contract, which gives the club peace of mind about his short-term future. Nonetheless, there is activity behind the scenes to potentially renegotiate his deal, as the 28-year-old believes this is the right time to revisit the terms of his contract following his strong performances. He currently earns around £140,000 per week, and during a recent international call-up with Colombia, confirmed that his representatives are open to hearing proposals, a standard practice during the transfer window. We're in contact with Liverpool and also talking to other clubs, which is normal during this stage of the market. We're trying to find the best option for everyone involved. I'm very happy at Liverpool. I've always said that. They welcomed me warmly from day one. If there's a good renewal, I'll be glad to sign. If I stay for the remaining 2 years of my current contract, I'll also be satisfied. Now it's up to them. Despite the player's interest in a contract review, Liverpool is in no rush to begin formal negotiations. The board believes there is enough time to handle the matter and sees no need to make hasty decisions. It's worth noting that Diaz's agent, Portuguese Raul Paes da Costa, is a known friend of Barcelona's sporting director, Deco. This personal connection has fueled recent speculation about a possible move to the Catalan club, especially after Deco admitted in an interview that Barca is monitoring players like Diaz. "It all follows a process," Deco said last week. "First, you speak to the agent, then review the contract, and finally determine if the club wants the release clause to be paid or if it's open to negotiations. With players like Nico Williams or Luis Diaz, what matters is their winning mentality. They want success, they're hungry for it, and that's something we value highly. If we sign a top winger like that, we likely won't pursue another in the same position." Despite increasing speculation, Liverpool remains calm and firm in its stance. Luis Diaz is not for sale. The club rejected inquiries from both Barcelona and Bayern Munich and has no intention of letting the Colombian leave, even amid growing interest from Europe and Saudi Arabia. Viewed as essential for the upcoming season, Diaz is expected to return as planned for preseason training, with no search underway for a replacement on the left wing.
West Ham star Mohammed Kudus has shown strong interest in joining Liverpool and, according to reports, is even willing to lower his wage demands to make the transfer possible. This comes amid interest from clubs such as Tottenham, Newcastle, and Chelsea, who are also closely monitoring the Ghanaian forward situation. Liverpool started the summer transfer window at full speed, securing 5 signings even before July. The club has shown full support for new manager Arne Slot, strengthening the squad with key names like Milos Kerkez, Jeremy Frimpong, and Florian Wirtz, as well as goalkeepers Armin Pexi and Freddie Woodman. But the business doesn't stop there. Slot is still looking to bring in a center-back to provide competition for Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate, especially with Jarell Quansah potentially heading to Bayer Leverkusen in a deal worth around £35 million. And now, all eyes are on Kudus. According to Matt Thielen, editor-in-chief of Liverpool Transfer Room, the player's agent has already informed the Reds board that Kudus would accept a lower salary if the club shows genuine interest. Recent reports indicate that a £60 million offer might be enough to close the deal, even though his release clause is set at £85 million. West Ham, under pressure from the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules, may be forced to sell Kudus, especially if Tottenham comes forward with a strong bid. Meanwhile, Newcastle is also in the race and reportedly ready to offer around £50 million, with manager Eddie Howe desperate to strengthen his squad. Meanwhile, the potential departure of Jarell Quansah remains a topic of debate. The young defender, who impressed while helping England win the U21 European Championship, could be on his way out. However, former Premier League goalkeeper Ben Foster believes Liverpool should reconsider. On his podcast, Foster praised Quansah's performance and said the young talent has what it takes to be part of Liverpool's future defense. In the final, he was brilliant. With the ball at his feet, he's extremely comfortable. A strong, intelligent defender who attacks space like few others. His reading of the game caused chaos for the opposition. Honestly, for £35 million, if I were Liverpool, I'd think twice before letting him go. He might not play every match, but he'd certainly contribute a lot. He's the kind of player who could be crucial over the course of the season. Foster added, Konate won't last the entire season, and Quansah would be the perfect backup. To me, he could still be the future of Liverpool's defense. With so many moves in progress, Liverpool remains active and strategic in the market, carefully balancing new signings with potential departures. So, Reds fans, would you like to see Mohammed Kudus wearing the Liverpool shirt? And would you keep Quansah in the squad? Thanks so much for watching until the end. See you next time.